All right, welcome everybody to Game 2 of the night. House Party 5v5 Saturday League. On the blue side is going to be Hands of God. On the right side, Industrious Gaming. I am your host, Anson. Welcome to the Saturday League. Thank you everybody for coming out today. Helping me to shoutcast this game will be Dave once again.
What's going on?
And joining us also will be Just a Base. Welcome, Base.
Hello, everyone.
It should be an interesting matchup. Bands already coming out. Zed LeBlanc, Twisted Fate, Swain, Leeson, and Kennen getting taken out. And no surprise, once again, we see Sejuani first pick right out of the gate.
I love these three mid lane bands. It's great to watch. I don't know. Just watching three mid lane bands come out for one team just shows how good the enemy mid laner is. And like this Kennen Swain band going against Penguins is mostly due to he really just plays only like 3 champions and it forces him onto something. I mean, his Swain is so scary. I've played against this Swain. I've seen him play Swain. I mean, I was the coach for one of his teams back in T-Law, and his Swain is, it's like, he knows his Swain. There's a reason why it's banned against him every single game. So, it's definitely enjoyable to watch this game like this.
Well, let's talk about the records here. We've got Hands of God at 0-3, haven't performed very well this season. Industrious Gaming sitting at 2-1, and Thunderduck's the only one able to take a game off them so far this season. Are we going to see a different Hands of God team come out this game and shore up some of those weaknesses and really give IG a run for their money?
I hope so. I really hope so, because I feel like Hands of God has probably... I mean, they're... week 1, I mean, before the games even started, they were ranked as... They were considered the best team in the league due to having, like, all these huge, you know, diamond players. They have Ben, who's playing on Alpha W2. Just, like, overall, they're some of the best players in the league, solo queue-wise, but... I mean, this has just kind of always been like a cripple in a lot of teams. It's like they don't have the management or like the pick bands to really take advantage of their solo queue style that they have. So, but I mean, I really hope they win here. I really do.
Well, we'll see what they have up their sleeve. They're missing their mid laner. Did have to sub in Dodge That Spear this week. Dodge That Spear, formerly known as, oh, what was your name before? The Opportunist. Formerly known as the Opportunist.
I was trying to remember what his name was, yeah, but they did have to sub out Ginger, who is their captain. I believe it's because he's out of town today, but either way, Opportunist, I remember playing with them in in-houses here and there, and he's a great player, so definitely excited to see him come out and hopefully do something here. I do believe Ari Lover is playing Ari, though.
That's a good sign.
Never know. He once told me the reason why his name is Ari Lover is because it's not because he likes playing Ari. There's a summoner in League of Legends with the name I Am Ari, and he likes that person. So.
Wow. Okay. Whatever works for you, dude.
It might just be Ari Lover being a troll, but I believe him. I trust his judgment.
We'll see. Looks like Potato's going to be playing Lulu, and AD Carry will be Vayne for IG.
I like the
That's some
research
confidence.
Yeah, yeah, especially when it's Vayne Nautilus is probably one of the. I love playing Vayne with Nautilus, or playing Nautilus with Vayne, because she's like, if you hit the hook, she's able to just go like full in and able to do a lot of damage. And I do have to say that I do like the resurgence of Lulu mid. I've always enjoyed watching her play mid, so this is definitely gonna be an enjoyable game to watch.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that Lulu top, actually, simply because in most like protect the AD carry or like the Juggernaut style of compositions, it's often sort of risky to do the whole all of your eggs in one basket. So they've remedied that by having Hecarim, who is a huge damage threat that can get whimsied by Lulu in the top lane. But in other compositions, it's more common to see Lulu top and like some high damage assassin or mage go mid.
And I feel like they're trying to take advantage of this, protect the ADC, or at least have like this super hard engaged and a Lulu to sit back to do a lot of damage and just keep the Vayne up. I mean, they have a lot. They have a huge rundown team, in my opinion. I mean, they just kind of like they have like this Hecarim Nautilus and then like this Vayne. Oh, and the Zillion.
The Zillion. What?
What?
That...
I wish they had taken the Mumu.
Guys, 3 of us are speechless here. We don't know what's going to happen anymore.
Zillion bid. It's a Zillion bid. Lulu support, Nautilus jungle. They straight up blew my mind, blew Hands of God. Yeah,
it could still be Lulu top. We could still see Hecarim in the jungle. I mean, there are a lot of things that could go down in our last 20 seconds we've got here.
Hold on, I'm looking at my.
We could even see. I mean, we're not going to see it, but there's a non-zero chance that Nautilus goes top. Some Korean pros have tried it out, building things like Wit's End to get more to be able to passive proc onto an entire team faster.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But we do have our roles locked in. It looks like Potato is going to be taking the Smite teleport top, and Poseidon. Well, Poseidon could go top. We have no idea. We still have no idea.
They did play this Vayne Zillion last week, and apparently we weren't able to actually shoutcast that game. But apparently Vayne just decimated, and the Zillion just had so much damage and control over the game. So, but either way, I mean, still interesting. I got to give him that. I mean,
there is something to be said about a Zillion in a Protect the Vayne composition, I suppose. And you've got Simran there with the Wild Growth as well, and plenty of peel coming out of Potato and Poseidon. I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm way more excited to see a super fast Hecarim. We have Whimsy.
That's exactly what I was talking.
We have Talisman. We have Righteous Glory. We have Zillion. That is going to be the fastest horse you've ever seen in your life. I feel bad for Alpha W2 because there's nothing he's going to be able to do. Like, Lucian can dash once, the horse is still on top of you. You got nothing.
It's looking to be a rough game for Alpha this time around. You take a look at the peel. You know, Hellbizzle does have quite a bit of peel on his own. Dodge That Spear is going to be bringing a fair bit of crowd control as well. And Penguins is nothing to shrug off, and even Ari Lover can throw out a charm. So they've got a little protection in there. I think right now IG needs to be careful not to put all their eggs in that one basket on the Hecarim engage. It's definitely a powerful tool that he can use. He's got the teleport. He's taking the Smite top lane, so it's going to be that aggressive pushing, that aggressive early jungle pickup for the early level 2. It's looking really good for IG.
Yeah, I definitely like IG's comp with this heavy. I'm always been a fan of these heavy death ball run down the enemy team, and on top of that, being able to have a Zillion and a Lulu for protecting the ADC, on like just having like this like rundown with the protect the ADC comp is always. I haven't really seen it that much, and I'm pretty sure probably some Korean or Chinese team have done it. I just overlooked it because it's usually like 6 a.m. in the morning when I'm watching those games. So I'm definitely excited to see this rundown comp with like this protect the Vayne, and I always enjoy watching Vayne in any game really. So, but let's go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll get back to you when we get into the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to House Party 5v5 Saturday League. This is Hands of God versus Industrious Gaming. My name is Just a Base, and joining me at the caster desk is my good friend Dave.
What's going on, ladies and gents? So, Zillion mid. Haven't seen that before, right?
Yeah, it's been a while, not since the rework.
It's been a while, but I always like watching replays of like Faker streaming or like Faker plays, and Faker's always end up playing. He played so much Zillion mid in solo queue. It's one of the main reasons why he hit like such a high rank in Korean. But right now, it looks like we're gonna have one of the first 1v2s we've seen in House Party 5. I'm questioning because like we don't watch all the games, or at least we don't stream all the games, so I think this might be the first time we actually see a 1v2 or some type of aggressive. This is great. I love watching this, like this aggressive like
Oh
invade.
man, they're gonna get seen. If they walk through the river, then they're gonna be seen.
If Ping walks forward, yeah.
There it
that's-
is.
Bam.
Come on, level 1,
They're trying to get
5v5.
bored.
Do it. Fight for the blue buff.
Yeah, they're going right in.
boy.
They see him too. This is gonna be
no.
scary.
You spoiled
Oh.
the surprise.
What is that? Is that Zillion? What?
Yeah, Zillion. Oh yeah, so his bomb is now a skill shot. He throws a bomb into an area, and if an ally or enemy walks within the inner circle, the bomb attaches to them.
The rest of his kit's the same, right?
Yes, except
Okay.
his rewind no longer reduces the cooldown of the ult.
Alright, it's bad when I haven't seen Zillion. I mean, I haven't seen Zillion in so long. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Also worth noting, so since like the double bomb thing is slightly different because it's a skill shot, now if you double bomb someone, they actually get stunned.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the potential to punish is there.
So Earthnomity skin. I actually like this skin. So, man, that's a really cool animation they did with the Zillion Q. But going back, so Liquid Swords versus Ben. Alpha W2 is Ben, if anyone's wondering. Most people do know, but just so everyone does know, that is Ben, or Box, or Chinese Man. I don't know. He has so many different names I call him by. So, him versus Liquid Swords. This is going to be a fun bot lane. A lot of these bot lane matchups in the league are always interesting to watch. As well with Ari Lover on playing Ari, the champion. So that's another interesting something to watch for, especially since it's Flash Brewer versus Ari Lover in the mid lane. Both relatively good mid laners. Ari Lover's been jungling for a while, but I've seen him play mid lane here and there, and I mean honestly he's a great player. He knows what he's doing. Definitely very mechanically skilled. So I'm interested to watch how this mid lane works out for them.
I'm interested in top lane because only one top laner brought Smite, and personally, I think that if you're playing a like heavy tank like Sion, there is no reason to not bring Smite into literally every single matchup.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I feel like this is just kind of like, I feel like this whole Smite TP thing it's a region thing. It's done a lot in China, I believe they do it here and there. They don't do it every game, but they do it in most of their games, as well as Korea and Europe. But NA, I think we saw it once today.
Yes, it was actually just played in the last game.
Oh yeah,
where both top laners took Smite.
But like every other game has been just like, or the other one game was just Flash TP. So it's just one of those playstyle. It really depends on the team or like the top laner. Really, like I said, I feel like it's just a region. So.
Oh yeah, I think it's very good here for both teams because being able to pick up challenging Smite, which is basically a mini exhaust, against a team who is a protect the Vayne comp, would have been huge. Hecarim getting it. Oh, we've got a gank top. Dodge that spear comes in, but you can't run down a horse. He just gallops to safety.
And that's one of the reasons why Hecarim goes this TP Smite. So, because I mean, it used to be TP Ignite, but going TP Smite is able to really just run away. But I do think I don't know. Sometimes, like, I think Scion is definitely one of those tanks top lane that can use Smite for the fact that he doesn't really need Flash in any way. He has his ultimate for engage. His Q is he has to stand still. His E is a knock away. I mean, granted, if you're chasing someone down, it'd be nice to have Flash, but really, you don't really need it because you're just going to be in the middle of a fight. You'd probably die first. So,
Yeah.
and you want to kind of die because you're passive with the percentage health damage on top of the attack speed you get. So but either way, I do like how Hecarim did bring Smite to the table, and hopefully I mean, like I said, the red Smite, I always forget the name of it, is really really good, especially when you have a Vayne, because that's going to allow the Vayne to do a lot of damage come late game. If you get a good Smite off on, like, say, the carry or something, she's going to be able to get a lot of percentage health.
Smite only affects your auto attacks.
Oh, okay. I thought it was actually all of them. Huh. Alright, well.
I know that 20% damage reduction only applies to damage the target does to you, so I believe it's the same thing
that's
for
fine.
the Vayne.
Yeah, if you smite their carry just kind of doesn't really do it. Like I said, it's
Sejuani's
a free
looking
mini
top
stop.
Oh,
Escape.
the ultimate just barely misses. And yeah, the horse rides out on an onslaught of shadows. That doesn't sound comfortable, but at least he's alive.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
got a slight lead in gold.
yeah, I think it's more of a CS thing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just it's barely meant very little.
Sidon fails the dredge line and gets caught between. Oh, that's. But Splasher's there with the ultimate. Poseidon's gonna walk out. First blood denied. Oh man, Zillion does some silly things.
I was like, oh, that's a dead Nautilus. Nope, not at all. That's always fun. I miss Zillion. Why can't Zillion continue being a thing?
Zillion is such an awful champion to play against. I don't want to have to kill
terrible.
the enemy Katarina twice. Oh no, he's in trouble again. He's able to flash out. And the passive should be enough to root them. If his dredge line is up, he's safe. If not, the slows get hurt. Oh, he jukes the headbutt.
Arctic Salt not hitting either, coming from the Sejuani. Oh, Nautilus is just getting out. Skin of his teeth.
That is some scary stuff, man.
That's, I'm definitely gonna give it over to Poseidon to be able to live. In a lot of these situations, because you just expect him to fall over. I mean, I honestly thought he was gonna die the first time without Zillion coming down to save him, and then right there being able to flash out the Scion Q is pretty beneficial. So overall, great. Great plays by Poseidon to be able to get out of danger without real much, struggle or anything of that sort. This bot lane is just turned into a farm fest. Neither supports or really have that much kill pressure besides maybe Lulu, but even then, Lulu, she went exhaust, not ignite, and kind of running slowly out of mana. So she's really not able to do much besides a couple glitter lances here and there. That's about it.
It's very difficult for Hellbizzle to hit a bubble as well, which is Nami's kill pressure is onto a bubbled target. But I mean, Vayne can just tumble, Lulu can whimsy. It's almost impossible to land a bubble in this matchup.
The only other good way that they can get a good engaged bot lane is with Nami's Technicolor Blessing.
Yeah, tidal wave.
Yeah, or a wave, a good wave. Especially with Lucian. Lucian Nami used to be one of the best lanes. I haven't really seen it that much in a while.
I'm very interested in how Vayne is ahead in this matchup. Like, Simran has been doing nothing but spamming glitter lances, and it's allowed Vayne to pull ahead and farm against a Lucian Nami lane. And Nami as a support is known for her unbelievable oppressive power in laning because of the power of ebb and flow. You heal your ally, you hit both your enemies, or you heal yourself as well. It's such a powerful spell for sustain in lane. Oh my goodness, she's a pain to lane against, but Simran's been abusing his own cooldowns to force the pressure back onto them.
Yeah, I agree with that. I love Lulu as a support. Being able to hit like glare lances on a Nami and Lucian, just kind of being able to push someone out like that's pretty impressive. But in the end, I feel like this ended up with probably maybe like a poor trade early on because both supports are kind of basically out of mana right now. So it's really hard for either team. I mean, both. I mean, Vayne's the only one that has about 50% mana. So unless they back and come back to fight, getting ready to fight, I mean, they both are not back dead. Both have enough for BF. They have almost 3k gold, or at least Vayne has almost 3k gold and 2.5 in the pocket of Ben.
Yeah.
So either way, it's gonna turn down to who backs and.
Oh, Sejuani walks over a ward. They see her there. She doesn't know, but Liquid Swords and Simran are able to back off and avoid a gank.
Yeah, that was a great ward coming out. I believe that was Vayne's ward actually, because it just expired and our trinket's halfway through. So, but Ben and Hellbizzle did just back. Hellbizzle got his Sight Zone and a BF pickaxe coming into the hands of Ben.
Vayne is sitting on over 3,000 gold on her first bag.
And I think she's going to be able to get, what, maybe a blade, right?
I think blade is 32.
Yeah, I think it's like 31, 32-ish.
I don't build blade
sector.
often. I play Infinity Edge, 80 carries.
Yeah, blade's just one of those items you just always forget the gold cost. You just know it costs to build.
Yeah, you buy it in parts. It's 16 and then 900 and then another. I think it's 3,400 actually.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely not a blade, but
oh no, never mind. Full blade.
Okay.
Full blade. That's horrifying.
And you had me going, thinking
That
it's
is
32.
Terrifying.
Wow, Splasher just able to push out his lane, hitting double bomb in the back wave. They just dying with ease, and then back to how Zillion works in the mid lane. I mean, he's ahead of Ari Lover in CS too, being able to stop her sign from dying too when that where he got caught in the river. So overall, great. Splasher is definitely showing himself on this Zillion.
Oh, definitely.
Interesting, because I haven't seen Zillion in so long.
Yeah, we're seeing a CS advantage in every lane and the jungle, except for top, which is mostly much closer than the other lanes at least.
Yeah, it's only 4 CS off.
Both junglers are looking bot. Ari Lover tries to follow as well, but walks over a ward and gets bombed. Doesn't get
double bomb
though.
No, unfortunately.
No stun, just but wow, that's some damage. That's like 300 damage on 1 Q. That's pretty scary.
Yeah, it's. I don't underestimate the damage of Zillion. I do want to note that both Hecarim and Nautilus both have their Cinderhulk completed, as well as Red Smite on the Hecarim, and of course the purple on Nautilus for the extra wave clear. Either
That's
way,
a huge power spike compared to dodge that spear. Poseidon misses another dredge line onto terrain. He is not having the best of luck with those this game.
Yeah, he keeps on just missing it by the hair of his teeth, just slightly. But I mean, either way, he'd still be able to get out in most situations with ease. So that's working for him.
He's getting to the. He only has one item, but Cinderhulk is so good that it's not worth chasing him anymore. Like he can just walk away and not really care about you. He'll spam his E, his Riptide, and just harass you and slow you until an ally can converge and kill you. So the chasing is just not worth.
It looks like some gank coming out from the Nautilus bot side. Oh no, he just walked straight back up. I think he noticed that they're. I mean, they definitely. Hands of God definitely had a ward in the jungle or river at least to be able to see that coming, and we're able to step away, kind of giving Nautilus a note that alright, there's a ward in the river. You can't gank this lane.
Yeah,
and
very
honestly,
solid defensive warding from both teams. You can see the double pink in Hands of God's jungle, and top lane has one in the river as well as one in Tri. So
there's also one ward in the banana brush and on top of near dragon, or at least where Scuttle Crab would be. So a great vision control coming out from Hands of God. Really trying to keep pressure on the map. 14 minutes, 0-0 right now, but it's almost just under a 2k gold lead in the hands of Industrial Gaming. So definitely an advantage over to them overall. So I gotta give it to them for being able to out CS and have this advantage, even though it's 0-0.
Yeah, it's just winning the 1v1s and the 2v2s. I mean, Sion doesn't need to win versus Hecarim. It's almost impossible for Sion to win versus a Smite Hecarim.
Yeah,
all
Smite
he needs to
Hecarim's
do
just
is
able to do
wait
so
until
much.
his passive gets him a ton of free health, and then the Hecarim can't fight him anymore because he's got Frozen Heart and Righteous Glory, which is what it looks like he's building towards. Ooh, hook
Yeah, I
on to
agree.
Ari Lover, but dodge that spear's here for the counter gank. Depth
And I
charge
believe
onto
the
Ari
Sion's
Lover
gonna live
as
here
Nautilus gets
again.
revived. It looks like they're going to be looked to back out because the bot lane comes up. They force the flash out of his side, and Splash Brew gets caught up by the tidal wave, but he's already deep under turret. A teleport comes out from a perfect potato, but a beautiful, beautiful bubble stops him from pursuing any further.
Still
Teleport
no
down.
deaths.
That was really good.
Still no deaths. And
Yeah.
Sion's still able to push out top, but this looks like it's going to be a dragon. This dragon might be going over to Industrial Gaming. For the most part, about half of Hands of God has about 4 HP. I just don't think they realize that they're giving away free dragons. So
No,
I think they might have been able to contest that, but it's a little late now for them.
Yeah, it looked like they just weren't expecting it because Ping backed off as if he expected Hecarim to come galloping back to lane instead of pushing the tower. And then he walked back to push the tower after he realized that they were in fact on Dragon and not coming to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
definitely.
has, off that failed, quote-unquote, failed teleport, developed a bit of a CS advantage, but I think it's worth it to trade about 17 farm for a dragon.
The only advantage that I feel like if Hands God or Ping would have been able to get the top tower instead of trying to, like how you said, how he backed off thinking Hecarim was coming up top, I think it would have been a okay trade. You know, give up dragon, got a free tower, got some CS on the Sion, and it just kind of ends up being worth. So, or I think maybe getting that tower would have been nice, but it ended up. I don't think he actually almost had it down. It's only about 700 HP away. So going back to this bot lane, Simran and Liquid Swords still able to really push away Alpha or Ben and Hellbizil. It's a good bubble coming out from Nami. Everyone's just kind of out of mana. They're not doing much. They're just poking with like the amount of just barely enough mana to really poke at all. So
yeah, it's a lot of harass being absorbed by shields and heals. So it's just people not wanting to fight anymore because they don't have cooldowns up. Ping Wings is looking to invade the jungle, and despite a collapse by the mid laner, he's just too big to really do anything about. It looks like he built his own Bomby Cinder, which unfortunately can't go into Cinder Hulk, but he'll be picking up a Sunfire Cape fairly soon to help him shove the lane and apply some split push pressure onto the Hecarim.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I really just want some action to happen to this bot lane. I feel like if Sejuani or Nautilus both coming down at the same time, this will be a good thing. Liquid and Simram almost have this tower down. It's impressive that a Vayne Lulu are able to push in a Nami Lucian and might be able to get the tower just by straight
Oh, it's
pushing
unbelievable.
It's impressive.
Yeah, it speaks to their mastery of the champions and how good they are as their respective roles.
Yeah, definitely got to give it to them.
Ooh, nice trade on the Perfect Potato. He's just buying time. He's just buying time for Dodge that spear to come up. Hecarim does have Onslaught of Shadows, so he should be able to avoid it. Righteous Glory is popped. He's just circling around. He's trying to wait out the ult. There it is. He gets caught. He gets knocked up. Onslaught of Shadows away. Thanks for the ult. I'll give you mine, and have a nice day.
That was pretty impressive.
Oh dear. Ari Lover is in an awful, awful spot. Oh no! The
Spirit
Dread
Rush
hook
just out of the bomb range.
hit a terrain. He
Great
tried
play.
to hook her, but he just barely clipped the wall in river. And still, almost 20 minutes, no first blood. Teleport mid to defend the tower because bot got picked up, and the bot lane run, but a hook lands onto Ari Lover. Poseidon's tanking turret under, and has to walk out. Wild Growth is popped onto Simrim. This is a little dangerous to push. Sejuani's got a flank, and they back off.
So Rodney does not have Glacial Prison, so even if she was able to get the bank or flank off, it really wouldn't have been able to do much. So I don't think IG actually realized that this
Ooh.
bomb damage.
Culling
Big
does
Cullen coming out.
a little bit.
Well, a slight tickle, like
Yeah,
it's always had, level 1.
He's completed Eye Edge, and he's read the flow of this game. He knows we're going to be farming a while longer, so he bought an Avarice Blade. Because this is not a kill game. This is I'm going to go farm bot and see you in 35 minutes.
That's one of my favorite things that happened today over in EU with Forgiven and Yarn, or however you say his name. They both built they both build BF Sword into Avarice Blade because they just knew that it was just going to turn into this farm-based game. And I feel like Ben realized this a little bit too late because he finished out his IE, but either way he's like, yep, it's farming time.
Wow.
Going back to the rice fields, as you can see.
I'd much rather have a Phantom Dancer than an Avarice Blade, though. Vayne is now 2 items and quite scary. Nearly perfect farm.
Definitely agree with that. Great double bubble coming out. Are they?
There's the Unstoppable Onslaught. Catches onto Poseidon, dodges that spear, goes in. Liquid Swords gets exhausted before stopping him from coming up huge. He was absolutely tearing through Sejuani, but the exhaust forces a retreat. It looks like
no
Hecarim
deaths.
DC'd while sitting in river near Scuttle Crab.
0 deaths again. This is frustrating because I always like seeing deaths and fights happening and people winning fights, but it's so hard to judge some of these fights just for the fact of nothing's happening. It's mostly due to the Zilean pick. I'm starting to not enjoy Zilean anymore.
Like everyone else, like a reasonable human being. Since we have a pause, I'm going to deviate for a bit and tell a story about an ARAM I played the other day. The enemy had Cat, Yorick, Zilean. I had to kill 3 Katarinas in every team fight. It was impossible. It was a miserable, miserable thing. I would like to see a game in LCS with Yorick top, Zilean support, Cassiopeia mid. Because there's nothing you can do. That's infinite damage.
I agree. I'm just thinking Yorick, and Katarina, and Zilean. Oh, that's awful.
It was agony. I was TF, and I would gold card her literally twice in a fight, and she would still kill me.
That's awful. There's a reason why people don't play ARAMs anymore there, but Hecarim coming in though.
Nice engage from Perfect Potato, but a wave gets all 5 people. Hecarim vaults into the team, but gets blown up by Lucian. Fritz doing work. Whoa! Flash forward from Alpha, picks up a second one before getting shut down by the Vayne. Flash glitter lens to slow Hellbizzle. Vayne's going in looking for penguins. They should be on Hellbizzle. Hellbizzle flashes. Ari Lover, 1 hit. Double kill Vayne. Double kill Lucian. 2-2. Dragon up in 20 seconds.
Oh boy.
Simran.
Simran.
Vayne is... Vayne. Vayne? Vayne.
Vayne.
Ooh, mid-turret taken.
It's okay. Oh boy, boys. It's been 4 kills, 22 minutes. Hype.
That's a dangerous bush to back in. That's a dangerous scuttle crab to take. They see you. They see you, Vayne.
Another pause coming up.
Let's see what it is this time.
2-2, both ADCs, 164 to 196 farm. But looking at the actual gold, Vayne is still up by 800 gold, even though Ben or Lucian has an Avarice Blade, which has 76 gold. It's really not much.
And took the first blood.
And had first blood gold too. So, quick realization of what happened in that team fight, and just the difference in gold. With that said, IG Industrial Gaming still have 2 towers and first dragon on top of those 2 kills on the Vayne. So definitely is becoming one of those games where you have to be scared of the Vayne. And it's only 22 minutes, so...
Zilean's tier is almost fully stacked as well, so his damage is a huge spike when he picks up the Seraph Embrace.
Yeah, I mean, just Zilean's is going to be a struggle. I mean, if he's able to get his ult off on the actual Vayne, that's going to be scary. And like you said, his tier, 723 out of 750, so... And I believe... he actually has enough gold to just buy that Seraphs right out as soon as he backs, or his next back. He's gonna have his Seraphs and probably a Sork shoes on top of that. Or you actually might be buying it right here since he just
he's
hit
sitting
the
in
pool.
base. He's got it.
Oh, he does. Oh, for me, it's only just a tier. So.
Oh well, he hasn't bought it yet, but once they unpause,
sure.
he'll absolutely be able to buy it. Sitting on 2,000 gold, 723 stack tier. He'll have it for Dragon. He's gonna speed himself up to get there, and he'll be able to put up a huge shield. And those bombs, it's interesting now because since the bombs aren't targeted, they're more like Zig's minefields in that he can create a zone of control that you don't want to walk through, because then you'll pick up the bomb and hurt your own team even worse.
I agree with that. I agree that, I mean, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for Hands of God to really stop these bombs and just like this whole rundown comp that they have. Granted, they have a Scion and Sejuani to kind of stop this, and a Nami wave as well to really kind of do something about it, but it's hard.
Yeah, you can also see Nautilus looking to counter Scion's Righteous Glory with a Righteous Glory of his own. This is going to be a game with a lot of speed actives, I feel. This is a lot of one team running at the other team, and the other team trying to run away until the first team runs out of steam, and then Glacial Prison, Unstoppable Onslaught, huge CC chain, waves, tons of damage. Ari gets an assassination onto Vayne while Zillion is CC'd and can't Chrono Shifter, and then that's the team fight right there.
I do have to say that you were wrong about one thing. There is no Triforce in this game right now.
Oh, did I say Triforce?
You said tons of damage. Come on. You can't
You're
say
right.
that.
My mistake. There is only one item in the game that does tons of damage.
Yeah, come on, man.
What
Know
was
your
I
items.
thinking?
But looking at gold difference, the only person on Hands of God right now that has a gold advantage is this Scion, who has a relatively only about 200 gold difference, but that's due to not TPing that one fight and having the 16 gold lead on top of the 2 assists and not a death. So having that slight lead over the Hecarim is pretty nice, and it's 22 minutes. The only downside I see to the Cinderhulk buy from Hecarim is that, granted, it's really helpful when you dive the enemy ADC and stuff like that. But the only problem I see that is the fact that it kind of delays your Triforce if you go for its second item, and like for the most part, when you go Triforce first item, you can kind of just get it and be like, okay, even my team fails, I have a Triforce, I can do some damage. But when you're starting to get behind this, this early, which, I mean, it's really hard to say if you're behind or not, but if you end up becoming behind compared to the enemy top lane, you might be forced into building more tank and not have that Triforce item. So it's very interesting.
This is an awkward dragon that they just gave up.
Especially since the first dragon for Hands of God as well.
Yeah, Vayne stayed to kill the Scuttle Crab instead of backing, and Nautilus went to clear his red. So despite having the Scuttle Crab and Vision and being ahead, now almost 3,000 gold, they just sort of let that one slip by and don't really get anything in response.
And like you said, Zillion does have his Seraphs now, on top of the Unholy Grail, or Athene's Unholy Grail.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I do like the research into that as well, with the recent buffs to it. It's been played a good amount in EU LCS with the whole mana reset cast, and I don't know if you saw that this morning, but that was fun to watch. So it's interesting. So, but looks like they're just all go back to mid lane except for Ben down in the bot lane, just kind of push out that wave a little bit.
They have Vision on Alpha. They should absolutely look to press their advantage here, because they have a massive wave top that Scion is going to have to go clear. So they know he's away. They know his ult is still down. So look to engage here. Speed up Hecarim. Oh, Hecarim's sitting in base. He's waiting for the home guard TP. Come on, engage. Blow up Alpha. Blow him up.
This is gonna be fun. I always like watching this Hecarim TP ganks, especially when they're pulled off perfectly and you actually killed the enemy ADC with the burst damage.
Oh, it's disgusting. It feels
Scary.
really dirty.
Yeah, I haven't been able to do it yet. But they're really looking for it.
Both sides.
And there's no real well, there is the one ward behind. Honestly, he needs to just teleport to that ward. Maybe after ping, maybe uses his ult. But if he's able to get a good TP gank off, this is gonna definitely turn the fight in a positive way.
Yeah, this
ping and stun underneath the tower. Uh-oh.
Vayne absolutely has the potential to outplay almost everything, just because there's literally 0 point-and-click CC on the side of Hands of God. Sion, all of Sion's skills are heavily reliant on the opponent not dodging them. Sejuani ult can be dodged. Wave is easily dodgeable if you're not like running at the other team. It's if Liquid Sword's stumbles are on point, he will be able to just avoid everything and look like he's gonna turn up like the Matrix. He's gonna be the one. Oh, engage onto Simran. Gets the culling out. That's some solid poke.
Breaks
actually.
Nautilus shield at least.
Yeah, Hecarim has been sitting in base for over a minute now.
That damage onto Ben. Wow. I do want to say it is a slight 4v5 right now.
Oh, was he DC? Did he just come back?
I think, yeah. I honestly thought we were just waiting for him to do a TP game.
I was wondering why he waited so long.
Oh,
man, that sucks. Oh, he's down like almost 60 CS. Yeah, you see he just goes running top to try and save his turret. Man, that sucks.
Can you get the hook off or no?
I guess Poseidon must have dredge line to get there. Otherwise he could have tried to dredge line the wall.
Ari engage. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was I honestly I mean, granted, they have a zillion, so they're fighting a 5v5.
Double teleports coming in. We could have a fight. Onslaught of Shadows, the Lucian dodges it. And Ari disappears. Liquid Sword coming up huge. He tumbles the Glacial Prison. It only hits splash through. Flash the wall, go on to Alpha. The Bork acted as enough to save him, and he picks up a second one. My God, Liquid Swords. The mechanics are real. The BM is real.
I think that's double lifted reincarnated. Let's be real. Oh wait, no.
Reincarnated?
He's
Did
not
he die
split
and I
pushing.
didn't hear
Never
about
mind.
it?
No, I would say that would be double lift, but the only problem is Liquid Swords is actually fighting with his team and not split pushing.
Ooh.
Shots fired from a CLG fan. I know that's rough. So either way, great fight coming out from Liquid Swords, being able to dodge a good amount, and on top of having the wild growth on top of him, really was able to stop basically everything coming from Hands of God. And Ari level just kind of just gaining back rate as well. Tumbling
the Glacial Prison literally won Industrial Gaming that fight. That was so good. It went from... Because if he didn't tumble, then it would have stunned both of their carries, but instead it only hit Zillion, who's mostly a utility carry, and it left Vayne free to dodge that spear, who was then out of position because she was trying to hit the Glacial Prison.
Oh yeah, and the Glacial Prison being missed is kind of unfortunate for the fact that, I mean, we'll just say X-Smithy is the reason why. One thing I do want to note is that Sejuani has been picked a lot within House Party 5v5, but I've only seen it successfully once or twice, so she really doesn't have she's been this must first pick champion, where in reality she's losing a lot of the fights or a lot of the games that she is being picked. So I think that's something that should not be overlooked. I feel like in the entire House Party 5v5 is just a bunch of X-Smithies reincarnated, and then you got the one double lift or high M Ghosty if you want to say that.
Oh no!
Penguin caught here.
Penguin caught out. Tries to get a nice Q. Meanwhile, minions take care of bot tier 1. A huge onslaught of shadows onto 3 people, but they're all tanks. Liquid Swords is getting piled on by the team. There's nothing he can do. He gets shut down. Hecarim sitting in the team. Alpha goes for a culling. Poseidon tries to get onto him, but gets blasted and has to retreat. Alpha flashes forward, kills Hecarim. The Seraph Embrace active saves Slash Brew. He's sitting on 50 health. That was not what you want. You want Vayne to be behind the team until all of the hard engage is blown. Then she can be in front of the team. We had the opposite, where she was in front of the team and then dead.
Yeah, he was like in front of the team. His team got like in front of him, and then it magically appeared back in front of his team. It was really weird how that fight happened. It was mostly due to him fighting within this like this line bush to the side instead of being like behind his team. I mean, granted, it was mostly like a slight position problem, but I feel like it was just more of his team just kind of was in a weird spot for him. The synchronized recall coming from Hands of God. If I've ever seen synergy, that's it right there, boys.
Got the tower, got the dragon, got back.
And they got all their items right now. Going back to gold difference, I mean, it's starting to even up across the board. Only a slight gold lead, less than 1,000 gold, over to Industrious Gaming.
Yeah, those disconnects onto Hecarim really hurt him. He's now over 1,000 gold behind Scion and still struggling to farm up pieces of his Triforce and look to take his top tier 1. It's the only tier 1 left standing, and it's surprising because you would expect Hecarim to, be able to bully Scion out a little bit with the Triforce.
Yeah, I agree with that, and he just only has his Phage, Sheen, Homegrad boots, and Cinderhulk items, so in reality he has about the same amount of gold as he should have. Reference at this point, like he has the gold he should have in a sense, but the only problem is this, since he went to TP Smite and having the Cinderhulk, he's behind on his Triforce and can't really get tanky just yet. Granted, Cinderhulk is a tank item, so he does have some type of tank stats. It's just not kind of what you would want at this point as a Hecarim. If you want like TP Ignite, you would probably have your like Triforce, maybe your like Frozen Heart at this point. So yeah. But overall, he's still in a good spot in reference to gold, especially when you have 2 deaths and nothing really more than that.
Scion, meanwhile, is approaching 4 items, if you count boots, and is basically... It's hard to say basically unkillable when the enemy 80 carry is Vayne, but as far as Hecarim goes, Hecarim cannot duel this Scion and hope to win. He's just... Scion has nothing but armor, he's got an ult that can actually chase Hecarim down, he's got a Righteous Glory, there's very little he can do.
The speed ups are starting to happen on Hecarim. This is going to be an interesting next fight when the Hecarim comes in with like 1,000 movement speed just because of his the Lulu Zillion.
Scion has teleport and is looking to shove down that tier 2. He nearly got it on the first push. He's coming back to it. And Hecarim's countering top. Oh, if they run into each other, this is not going to be fun for the horse. Yeah, he just tries to run past him and get to the turret. Challenging Smite comes down onto Ping wins, so the Perfect Potato is going to be taking less damage and doing some true damage, which will help the damage out. Oh no, but the team is here. He has to onslaught out of there. Ping wins, misses his ult. Ari Lover comes in, gets a couple of charges, a nice knockback, and just like that, off to the side, kill on to Lucian. The horse finally goes down, but Liquid Swords is flanking the team. He gets Ari. He jukes the tidal wave. He's exhausted, but he's fighting through it. The chrono shift is on him. What? What?
That speed up though. Look at the speed that comes out.
They can't hit him with anything. Liquid Swords is untouched. That's a Quadra.
That was a stolen
penta
right there. Wow, great play coming out from Liquid Swords. Being able to just collapse on IG right there, or Hands of God on the top side. But
holy cow.
That's a lot of damage coming out of Vayne when she has a Phantom Dancer, Last Whisper, and Blade, and just being able to just run down the enemy team without much cause, of watching where she is at, just because of Zillion and Lulu. You got the dragon, you got the bear.
Yeah, and they got it onto everyone because Hecarim spawned. That'll help him counter Scion split push pressure. Actually, that's really good.
Yeah. Anyone that has said that IG does not have a good roster. I'm not saying anyone has said that, but I'm just saying that I think a lot of people have underestimated IG's roster. A lot of people are giving Trimagetsu and Hands of God as like these good teams until like Hands of God being like 0-3. Just like I said before, I mean they're all really good players. I just feel like they're kind of like in a slump in a sense. But I feel like right now, IG's really showing why they should be considered one of the best teams right now in the league, just by having this Vayne that's 8-1, this Zillion that's 107 and has so much items on top of that, and just being able to fight without having too much trouble, really just being able to take over the game.
Yeah, it really shows their strengths that they're able to play such a difficult comp, because if you look at the Peel supports, neither of them have died. They've been sitting in the back, providing the buffs. Simrim gets caught. Don't make me a liar, Simrim. Okay, yeah, just walks out of there.
Penguin's coming in with the ult as well.
Yeah, gets the knockup. Oh, but a perfect potato comes in. It's a 3-man Shadows. Alpha gets knocked up, and Vayne's looking to kill. She's behind enemy lines. She's got 3 people. She dodges the
Zillion all
prison
coming out.
and gets reincarnated by Zillion. Comes back into a Penguin's knockup, but gets a double on the Lucian. Looking to clean up, picks up a triple. Gets the Scion Quadra. Come on, what happened to... Man, is that Quadra number 2?
Yeah, I think...
Who stole this one?
I was actually Poseidon that stole that one.
Please report. Jesus, man.
Everyone report Poseidon and Splash Brew for stealing Liquid Sword's 2 pentas of the night.
that fight was really bad for a few reasons, but I want to attribute most of it to Dodge that spear going full Smithy. If you look at that fight, he tried really hard to hit Vayne when he could have just tried to hit the rest of the team and gotten like a 3 or 4 man ult, and he ended up whiffing it completely because Vayne tumbled right when he threw it left. It was very unfortunate.
So, after looking at last week's games and this week's games, that is 4 quadras throughout, 4 quadras throughout, like, how... This is only
Kill
week
the ward.
3,
You can see that
too.
ward. Hit the ward. Come on! Alright, Liquid Swords gets caught out by Ari and shut down. The knockup happens on his Splash Brew, but he's able to speed himself out and walk out of it. That was pretty greedy. Perfect Potato's still sitting in the team. He's fairly tanky. He's just trying to walk it off. He might not be able to get out of there, actually. He gets onto Ari Lover. Ari Lover's going to drop down to hacker him just through the true damage. Poseidon moves Hellbizzle and is now the one sitting in the team, putting out constant damage. Alpha culls the wrong direction. Dredgeline misses because Lucian's dead. Another auto on the Dodge that spear. Splash Crew picks up a double, and now all that's left is a low damage tank, and just a low damage tank actually, because the fish exploded. It was bad. It was bad. Well, Scion can do literally nothing to Splash Crew. There's no way he ever catches him. This fight could take a while, but he's gonna die. Oh, the ult.
Sooner or later.
Jukes. Oh wow, look at that shield from Poseidon. The continuous and he's out.
It's kind of hard to
not
kill
even
Scion.
close. Up. And he's out of there.
They just kind of gave up. They're like, oh, no way. Wow. Great catch.
And he's not out of there. All right, goes on a Splash Brew. Oh, gets the kill. I guess that's why you take Flash, so you can just show up and absolutely blast a Zillion. He had barrier. Zillion had barrier up.
Oh man, I don't think he was realizing. All right, I didn't think he realized how much damage that
the shield pop.
Yeah, I don't think he realized that, or he probably would have popped this barrier. But I mean, you're like, oh, it's just a Scion. He has no damage.
Yeah, Soul Furnace does 10% maximum health, so pretty good. Pretty good at popping people. They are gonna get a tower off of this. Oh, the team just wasn't in place to stop it, and Hands of God are able to push down a tower in a lane that they have super minions shoving against them. That's very well played on their part. Penguins Flash there actually removed a lot of basically all of the wave clear. We've got a Righteous Glory pop. Poseidon's looking to hit on the Penguins. He gets them. The wave knocks up most of the team, but it won't be enough to stop the horse. Ooh. Ari hurts though. A Perfect Potato is going to have to rethink this. He's still chasing though. Whimsy makes him really fast. He's able to juke everything. The counter Righteous Glory comes in. Ari Lover is knocked up and ults away to prevent getting punished too heavily. Penguin ults out, and a Perfect Potato runs right into the Sejuani ult, but will be able to find dodge that spear with help thanks to Splash Proof. Liquid Sword comes in, gets one, looks at Ari Lover, gets two, can he get Alpha? Gets ulted by two people. That's kind of counteracted because Vayne now wants to die, but also it's harder for her to die. So,
I was
less
just
than
thinking
ideal.
that too. I was like, I just realized that like WoW growth.
Yeah,
oh, man,
it's
that's
a tough comp to play because you need to make sure that people ult in the right order and at the right time. But Liquid Swords is looking to get aggro onto Alpha. Whoa, whoa! That was too aggro, okay? That was too aggro. They could have ended the game. Might be a little risky to do so now, but a Perfect Potato has his Triforce, so they can shove pretty quick.
And Ben's here. He's stopping this, so he might be able to actually stop this. Penguin sets go in, and
They're
this is
ignoring
gonna
Alpha.
Soul Furnace. That's
What
a
is
double kill
this?
going over to Alpha. Ben, whatever you want to call him, they're all coming out from Zillion though, but they're
Liquid
gonna
Swords!
set up.
Liquid Sword, you could have ended the game!
Ah, man,
Shame
that's so
on
unfortunate.
you.
Oh,
Shame
wow.
on you! End the
That
game!
bomb coming out though.
Ooh,
Time bomb just didn't.
just able to dodge Tidal
Wow.
Wave. Well, they're
I
never
think-
going to catch
I
Flash
think the
Fruit.
reason why he didn't want to end the game is because he's like, I want my Penta. He told his team, he's like, I am not ending this game until I get my Penta.
I mean,
So,
if that's his goal, good for him. I think the rest of his team would prefer winning the game. But
I agree with that, but you
that's their decision to make. I'm not going to tell them how to live their lives. That's up to them.
let's hope that maybe they'll be able to get natural Penta this time. I think he
Dodge
deserves it.
that
Uh-oh.
spear. Oh! You cannot in
Broken
fact
Shard.
Arctic Assault.
I think Broken Shard's here with us today, boys. We need to be scared.
He's here in spirit. Raise your
Yeah,
broken
definitely in
shard.
spirit. Wow,
Meanwhile,
damage.
the infinite kill Vayne is 6 items, so that's good. This Baron is going to die. Basically, the second Vayne looks at it funny. Oh yeah, the entire team for Hands of God is mid, defending their Nexus, and that's a Baron. That Baron is going to die so fast. They don't even care that Scuttle sees it. What are you going to do? You can't do anything.
Hey, at least you got the smite off. Free gold, right? What was that, like 50 gold that you get? He's
Yeah.
like, no one else deserves that but me.
It looks like Industrious Gaming is going to be looking to finally end the game off their 12,000 gold lead. Oh my gosh! A Perfect Potato is finally able to take top turn. Nope, Splatfree gets it. There's no justice in this world. God is dead.
No justice at all. It looks like they just want to go to top side. The zoning potential of these bombs are really impressive.
Oh my god, Hecarim, what? Oh wow, a huge ultimate. The time of that doesn't matter. Perfect Potato gets in and out. They kill the tank line, they kill the Ahri, they kill the team. Liquid Swords is so fast, he got a Quadra. Oh. That is 3 Quadras in one game, and all of the Quadras were aces.
Alright, just cut the stream right here. I think we're done for
Are they? You know what I'd love to see? I'd love it and hate it. It'd be great DM, but also awful. If they intentionally didn't end to attempt to feed Liquid Swords the Penta this game. It looks like they're not, because they could just run right up and tank the turret. Poseidon's tanky enough. He's huge.
Yeah, but he also only has a slither of health, so they're just kind of waiting for the minions right now, but
Poseidon's
Oh, man.
shield is 900 health. Like, he doesn't
Yeah, that's a
care
lot.
about anything.
plus Zillion all, you know. Oh man, a little casual
Oh,
DM
man.
here.
This is
This
rude.
is a little rude.
Just downright rude. I mean, the game has to end eventually.
Darude
The end is
Sandstorm,
down.
is that you?
Oh, Ari Lover's looking for it. Charm onto Poseidon. And again, shield's pretty huge. Penguin goes in. Can't find Liquid Sword. Liquid Sword blows up Hellbizzle. Nope. Yo, gets him,
Nope,
but
he
gets shut
dies.
down. Are we still doing this, boys? Oh, Hecarim's coming in. He's looking for the X-Peke. That's one proc. Can he find 2? He's got ult up to get back in there. Ult through the team. Chooses not to kill Ari Lover. Just doesn't
Oh
want to
no,
do it.
so close.
Flash proof, ults himself, they're on the tower. What is happening? Why am I casting this? Just end the game or don't. This is awful. Flash proof finds one on the Lucian. How much damage do those bombs do? 1,006 magic damage. That's reasonable.
Oh my god! I just like looked over and
Penguins
saw.
TPing to try and get bot. Oh my god. Industrious Gaming, I want to like you, but then you try and intentionally not end the game, and I don't like that. Just win. Just win
900 damage. 900 damage from one bomb. It was just funny watching Ben have like half his HP and just end it. Just it was funny. That was great.
Oh, they might actually be able to get penguins here. The slows and the bombs are really brutal. Oh no. Unstoppable won't care about slows or bombs.
Simrim coming through. Oh man, this is
Don't fight this Baron. Or this dragon. Don't do this Baron. Dragon.
The funny thing is, this Hansagot actually has 3 Barons.
Simrim is the fastest thing on the planet! Oh my god. Frost Queen's claim. He flashes but still gets polymorphed. The Glitter Lance comes in, the Zillion slow. Penguins. Oh, he picks up a second bomb. No!
Oh man.
What is this game? Okay, there we go. The minions end the game.
I can't do this.
I'm done. I'm not. No commentary. Industrious Gaming takes the second game of the night. GG. I'm retiring.
Oh, that was great. That was a great game. Well played game coming out from Liquid Swords. 3 quadras, adding to the 2 quadras he's already gotten in the 3rd week. Like, I can understand maybe like a quadra each week, one a game, blah 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 blah, but 5 quadras over the span of 3 weeks when you only play. I think they've only played about what, like 4 games, 3 games max, 4 games max, maybe 3, depending on how their schedule's set up. So it's the fact that like they're able to take advantage of the Zillion Vayne Lulu comp, and I think you can kind of throw in any top laner jungle, and just, man, very well done. Hansa Gaming did kind of give them the run for their money a little bit in the early game. Yeah, when it was like 0-0.
And the speed up was just too much.
Yeah, it was 0-0 for 21 minutes, like no kills, and then they were able to get first blood onto Ben, but they just weren't able to take advantage of it just due to the advantage of farm and gold overall. So overall, well done to both teams. Let's skip it over to Anson, where we get ready for our 3rd game of the night.
That's right, guys. The 4th game of the 3rd game of the night. Excuse me. Going to be Shadow Walkers versus Thunder Ducks at 7:15. This here in about 5 minutes. Stick around, and we will see you guys here in a few.